18 to, I want to say, 25-year-old trans people, and predominantly Black trans women.
Tonight, WPXI Pittsburgh gets real about housing disparities. According to the National Center for Transgender Equity, 1 in 5 transgender people have been discriminated against when trying to find a home.
And Channel 11 News reporter Gabriella DeLuca spoke with a local organization that's working to change that.
Struggles with homelessness amongst the transgender community is a problem that not many people know about unless you have experienced it firsthand. I talked to 2 trans women today who say that they are trying to pave the way for the next generation, and they're hopeful for the future. Coming out as a transgender woman, drug addiction, and being homeless at just 15 years old led Ciora Thomas to one of the darkest moments of her life.
And I would always see the bridges, and I would end up making my way up to them and literally climb over it and just look down at the water and just be crying.
She's overcome the difficulties she once faced and has since founded a transgender and non-binary shelter and nonprofit that helps people transition into the world. She knows firsthand the struggles this community faces, and part of that is homelessness.
It's a huge issue. I've been fighting this issue for over a decade now, and nothing has changed. There's still homeless trans people in the city of Pittsburgh.
She says it all stems from discrimination, and she even did her own research to prove it.
I personally called out to landlords around the city as a tenant or suspected tenant, and I would tell them, I'm trans, I'm looking for a place to live, is this a safe place for me to live? And I would get feedback like, no thank you, or hang up.
Plus, when a landlord looks into a transgender person's background, it can get more complicated.
With credit checks, for example, to obtain housing or apartments, and how that can be a barrier for trans people, which it is a lot of times. Or background checks can be another barrier.
SisTers PGH's Vice President, Marilyn Blackburn, says they've also been seeing young people who no longer live with their families.
There's a lot of parents out there that are they just don't like their daughter or son coming out as being a trans masculine male or a trans woman, name calling, kicking out because they just don't understand the lifestyle.
There is hope, though. It comes from the appointment of Dr. Rachel Levine to President Biden's Assistant Health Secretary. Carl Shaley with the Pittsburgh Equality Center weighed in.
Having her in literally one of the highest positions in the U.S. Is a game changer. I think she can speak on a lot of things when it comes to the health crisis for the queer community, especially the trans community.
Blackburn and Thomas agree and think the next generation could be in good hands.
I just think it's going to continue to broaden conversations, broaden protections, broaden policies and procedures that protect trans people.
She's like opened the door. For our trans community, let us know, we're here and that there will be more of us coming.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, I'm Gabriella DeLuca for Channel 11 News.